let's get on with it.
We never paid any heed to the ancient prophecies. Like fools, we clung to the old hatreds. And fought as we had for generations. Until the day the sky rained fire, and the new enemy came among us. We stand now upon the brink of destruction, for the reign of chaos has come at last.
If Activision treats Reforged just like it did Black Ops 4, then what you just watched is copyright claimed all over YouTube. And so will be the next cinematic, and maybe every single intro part of each of the missions. But I'll have to wait and see until later after I upload this.
The sands of time have run out, son of Duratan. The cries of war echo upon the winds. The remnants of the past scar the land. Besieged once again by conflict. Arise to challenge fate and lead their brethren to battle. As mortal armies rush blindly towards their doom, the burning shadow comes to consume us all. You must rally the Horde and lead your people to their destiny. Seek me out.
I find it curious how dramatic of an effect and what kind of chills can Latin bring. I know that it is the language from which German, English, French, many other languages developed, but why does it cause the chills? Why is it so dramatic? I don't know. I find it interesting. Somewhere in the Arathi Highlands, Thrall, the young war chief of the Orcish Horde, wakes up from his troubling dream. Such is the description of Chapter 1, Chasing Visions.
What kind of nightmare was that?
It was not a nightmare, young war chief, but a vision. Follow me, and I will reveal what your future holds.
I don't know what this is all about, but I'll play along.
I think I would have preferred if Thrall had not a ponytail, because initially he has, if I recall in the original,
you seem eager
his
to be
hair
on your way. However, you must first learn how to give orders to Thrall. Try ordering Thrall to move down the path towards the...
You may hear clicking, you may hear my keyboard. I have an old and loud keyboard.
However, the orc encampment is still far off. In order to reach the next banner, scroll the screen to the north by moving your mouse to the... Very good. The path to the next banner leads through a black area. Notice how the black area shrinks as Thrall moves through it. This reflects areas you have explored.
I do like how the trees and the rocks and the terrain looks. It looks beautiful.
Select Thrall and order him to move to the banner in the middle of the encampment.
How about a no? Some of the models fit, some of them stand out, and some of the environmental things lag or are choppy. This is smooth. Why does he feel like he's a bit choppy when he's, you know, idle? And it bugged again. He's not talking when I issue him an order.
Let's get
now
on
he
with
is.
Loktar, my warriors. We are yours to command, War Chief.
Now that your troops are all selected, order them to move to the next banner.
The grunts don't have that issue. They're not as choppy.
Dabu. Prepare yourselves. I sense a knoll ahead.
To order Thrall's forces to defeat this foul creature, select all of your troops, click on the attack button, and then click on the knoll.
Why does he have javelins? What the
This
hell?
was only a scout, but the knoll's camp lies just ahead.
Order your troops to perform an aggressive attack move into the enemy encampment. To do this, select all of your troops, click the attack button, and then left-click on the ground in the middle of the knoll camp.
The spirits are restless. Yes?
I wish there was an option to disable the tips on screen.
Good job. Notice that Thrall gained a level from the experience that he earned in combat. Only heroes can acquire experience, allowing them to become incredibly powerful over time. Heroes gain a hero point whenever they advance in level. These points can be used to acquire new abilities or to improve previously learned ones. To spend Thrall's hero point, select him and click on the hero ability.
These rocks almost look like they could be mined. I can imagine a resource being made out of these. That's some material for a custom game, but of course, any custom game is owned by Activision. Any custom game made in here. Oh, that looks beautiful. Yeah, really high quality. It's just that the terrain also feels better. I can still see the edges and I can distinguish that it's all still tiles. It's a tile set, but it looks better. Damn it, Activision, why did you do what you've done? Or why have you done what you've done?
War Chief, we've discovered a group of Murloc raiders in the nearby river.
The Murlocs would make excellent targets for your new Chain Lightning spell. To have Thrall use his new ability, click on the Chain Lightning button and then left-click on one of the Murlocs.
You see this? This is smooth. Why is this choppy? Why is this choppy? You know, it's like some of the things do not fit whatsoever. Anyway.
For Doom Hammer!
Some monsters drop treasure when they are defeated. Treasure chests hold powerful magic items that can only be picked up by heroes such as Thrall.
I won't be zooming like
this particular treasure
this.
chest contained a useful potion of mana. Notice that the potion now occupies one of Thrall's inventory slots near the bottom middle of your screen. Potions of mana can be used to replenish a hero's mana, the magic energies that allow the casting of spells such as Chain Lightning.
I won't be zooming this much when I'll be playing through the regular missions. I'm just trying to
Order
appreciate.
Thrall's forces to explore up the river, following the banners.
I'm trying to appreciate the moments when I'm not being talked over by the narrator, and also some of the models at least. Because I do like the terrain. I do like how all of this looks. This is beautiful, but how can I appreciate it when there's, and as I said, environmental things that are choppy, models that are choppy? It's as I said, I think that Reforged was of much more importance than StarCraft Remastered in the section of remasters. It had a lot more attention, I think, across the board. People were looking forward to it, and why did it end the way it ended?
The wolf howl signifies that night has begun.
Be wary, my warriors. Don't let nightfall dull your senses. Dabu. Yes.
There are golems in somewhere around here,
Yes. Dabu.
and also bandits. Yep.
For honor.
Well, no, only there should be only golems, 3 or 4.
Yes.
I think like 3 mud golems, 1 rock golem. if I recall.
Dabu. An ogre. We'd have a fierce battle on our hands if the beast weren't sleeping.
I find it funny
What you
how
want?
it was in the base game as well, but you look at a grunt, 700 health, 18 to 21 damage, 1 armor, and then you look at this, which does less damage, has 300 less health, and Thrall says, "We'll have a fierce battle." Roast. Oh, there's a rope on it? Oh, of course it would fall off. Huh.
I am the war chief. The spirits.
Maybe
are
if this was an
restless.
ogre brood. Yeah,
Let's get on with
yeah,
it.
then I could see it being a fierce
Yes.
battle.
For honor.
You know, this is a tutorial level. I guess back in the day people weren't
Yes.
as accommodated to playing as they are now, so it was a
Dabu.
different challenge for everyone, if you get what I mean. Everyone was able to
Yes.
defeat the ogre in a
For honor.
not different way, but it was
Yes.
difficult on a different level, or differently difficult to put it.
A golem. Watch yourselves, my brethren. Those creatures do not sleep at night.
Wait, stone? Oh, instead of mud, it's stone now. Oh.
Lokrigar Nogal.
So it's stone, rock, and then granite.
The spirits are restless.
I didn't click him when I finished off the golem. He said it on his own, that the spirits are restless. I think this is a Ring of Protection +1. Yes.
Yes.
I'll try to look into the custom keys,
Excellent.
or custom hotkeys.
Thrall has found a magic ring. Rings are very useful because they provide a constant passive benefit as long as they are carried.
Or controls as a whole. If it can be rebound, I would want to rebind camera movement to WASD and abilities to ZXCV. So, you know, that would be great. It will fuck with custom campaigns, but, you know, there's no custom campaigns, so screw that. There's trolls here. And it's still nighttime.
Forest trolls. I still can't believe they were ever a part of the Horde.
Pretty detailed. Hey, it's Zul'jin, but he has orcish axes for some reason. I don't think those are... Well, whatever. Don't mind me, I'll just burn your village while you sleep in front of it.
Let's get on with it.
Alright.
I am the war chief.
There was a sound effect as if one of them triggered Berserk, but it didn't. So what was
Get
that?
on with it.
Maybe it was through triggers.
I am the war chief.
Yeah. Oh no, you can't. Good.
Very good. That treasure chest held a magic tome that can be used to give Thrall a permanent benefit.
Let's get on with it.
Yes. Originally in Reign of Chaos, tomes would be items that you had to pick up, and they had a charge, much like potions or scrolls,
For honor.
and you had to use them. But you had the choice of moving them around and using them when you wanted to,
For
on
honor.
a hero of your choice. Now you have the hero you want to use it for. Pick it up from the get-go.
Greetings, son of Duratan. I knew you'd find your way.
It was you I saw in the vision. Who are you? How do you know me?
I know many things, young war chief, about you and your people. My identity at this time is unimportant. What is important is that you rally your people and leave these shores immediately.
Leave? What's this all about, human?
Human? I left my humanity behind long ago. I am something different now. Know that I have seen the future and beheld the great burning shadow that is coming to consume this world. You sense it as well, don't you?
The demons are returning.
Yes, and only by leading your people across the sea to the distant lands of Kalimdor will you have a chance to stand against them.
But how can we...
I will answer all of your questions in time, young war chief. For now, rally your warriors and prepare to leave this land. We will speak again.
But have you noticed?
None of this makes sense. But the spirits tell me that I should trust him.
Medivh's tongue doesn't have any shadows over it. It's like if it wasn't in... It's as if inside his mouth cavity there was a light shining on 24/7. Another thing is, Thrall's wolf and Thrall himself have gold-plated armor. You know, he has gold-plated pauldrons, and the wolf has some goldy parts as well. But originally in Warcraft, if I recall, none of that was there. It was a story of how all this began, and if you're trying to tell me that when it was beginning, he already had rich armor that he later has in World of Warcraft, I don't believe that. You know. How are we doing time-wise? It's 20 minutes. Alright, I'll play through the prologue in one go. I think it's better. Or maybe in 2 goes. Who knows? 3 days later, near the Lordaeron coast. Such is the description of Chapter 2, Departures. Interment camps around Durnhold Keep. That's where you return in one of the Caverns of Time dungeons in Cataclysm, right? To free Thrall from Blackmoor.
It's been 3 days and this prophet has yet to show himself. I hope I'm not making a huge mistake by trusting him.
War Chief, the clans are assembling as you ordered, but it will take them some time to reach us.
Then we must prepare this camp immediately. I want my warriors to have food and proper lodgings when they arrive.
Yes, War Chief.
Warrior, has there been any word from Hellscream? He and the Warsong clan were supposed to have been here by now.
No, War Chief. We haven't heard from Hellscream in some time.
Damn it, Hellscream. Where the hell are you?
Is the narrator gonna interrupt me? No?
The blinking button at the top of the screen indicates that your quest journal has been updated. To find out more about your
the War
objective,
Chief.
click on the quest button.
Excuse me, it technically isn't blinking, it was only having a
Once a
sparkly
peon has been
edge.
ordered to harvest gold, you will automatically travel back and forth between the gold mine and your closest Great Hall. Here are a few additional peons. To increase the rate of gold collection, order them to...
Yes. I do like...
The amount of gold that you currently possess is displayed in the upper right portion of your screen. As peons return to your Great Hall with gold, your gold stockpile increases. Training a unit takes time. When your Great Hall is selected, you can see a progress indicator in the bottom middle portion of your screen.
Anyway,
Let's get on with it.
I do like some of the details.
You have just placed a rally point for your structure. Whenever a unit finishes training from this building, he will automatically travel to the rally point's location. To place a rally point, select one of your unit-producing structures and right-click on the ground where you want the rally point to appear.
Buildings look great. Terrain looks great.
The War Chief.
I even noticed some of the details I had no idea would be
In order
there.
to support a larger population, additional orc burrows will have to be constructed. Burrows provide the food that allows you to train more troops.
Ready to work. Yes.
I don't know if you noticed, but the units,
on with
when
it.
they talk in a cinematic, their mouths, their faces are synced up with the portrait in the bottom left. That's a very, very neat and good detail. I like
Well-placed
that.
war mills can increase the efficiency of your lumber harvesters. Try ordering a peon to construct a war mill near where your peons are chopping wood.
This reminds me of Warcraft 2's War Mill, to some extent.
To increase the rate of which you collect lumber, train additional peons and assign them to harvest from the forest.
Oh, there's a Oh, wow, what the hell?
Ready to work.
That's amazing.
Complete.
That truly is amazing. I don't think that the scale holds up. This is like a midget, but you know.
Ready to work.
It's pretty good.
Now that your burrow has been completed, the peon who built it can be assigned to a new task.
What do you want?
Now that your barracks is complete, you can begin training grunts to reinforce your army. Continue producing grunts until you reach your quest requirement.
No Grigar, no Gal.
So yeah, there are some great things. It's
Dabu.
just... Why? Why isn't the entire product great? Why is it just some bits?
Work complete.
Why are there things that stand out? Like a sore thumb, or... You know...
War mills contain various upgrades that can be researched to improve your troops. To see what upgrades are available, select your war mill.
From this distance, I can barely even see the skulls. If it weren't for the portrait... Oh, of
Let's
course.
get
There's
on with
creeps
it.
too. I should clear them out first, I reckon. Actually, I shouldn't. I should, wait for the second grunt. It's nighttime, so it should be great. Yep.
Yes. Dabu.
Hey, was one of you workless? No. They have an axe now. In the base game, they had a pickaxe. Yeah, this has this reminds me of Warcraft 2 visually. I think that's a good thing. After all, this is a sequel to it. It's just some things are odd, really
My
odd.
life for the Horde. Your time has come.
That was a waste. There's a larger group on the right side, but you know,
Yes.
it's whatever.
Research complete.
I think the ball should have a different color, shouldn't it? Because there's electricity going out of it. Shouldn't it be a little bluey as well?
For honor. Look, Daru! For Doomhammer! Yes? Slow move. Your time has come.
That is a pretty looking campfire.
Dabu.
Oh, I see how they've solved.
Research complete.
That's actually neat, and I don't mean that in a sadistic or masochistic manner, or well, masochistic in a sadistic manner. That looks great. I like that the corpses don't just, you know, teleport through the pixels, but they stay and disappear over the course of time. It's like some of these things, somebody really wanted this to be great, but then somebody else said no. There must be some serious conflict amidst Activision Blizzard's headquarters.
For honor.
Or even not headquarters, just developer ranks. I otherwise don't know why. Is this game struggling to be great even though it has potential to be great?
For honor.
Just like the original did. It's really a puzzling case.
Yes.
My life for the Horde. Yes.
Humans. Now they have access too.
You orcs are in violation of the Alliance Internment Act. We've already captured one of your leaders. If you surrender now, we'll spare your lives.
War Chief, they say they've captured one of our leaders. Maybe they're referring to Hellscream.
I hope not. But if they have captured Hellscream, I'll make them regret it. Loktar Ogar! Come, my warriors! We must drive the humans back! For honor.
Oh no, he got stuck.
Master?
That is actually pretty good for me.
Yes. For honor.
Build more arrows.
My life for the
The
Horde.
wretched humans have been destroyed.
Move Thrall and the rest of your forces across the
build
bridge,
there, I
such
can
as
do
the
that.
one located here.
Bridge? Come on, bro.
Huh? Dabu.
I wonder why does it no longer show the banner on top of whatever the player selects to attack, but instead to somewhere near it. It's a curious design choice.
Yes.
That windmill looks crispy. Ooh, the details oozing from that. As I said, I want to
Work
appreciate
complete.
when it's good, but I will point out when it's
Yes.
not.
Work complete.
But then again, I'm
What
not
you
a
want?
reviewer, so
Okie
I'll just do it in my own way.
Dabu.
Don't expect some high-level pixel
For honor.
criticism. That's great wheat. The sheep.
Yes.
There's gonna be riflemen somewhere. Target practice. To be fair, when there's that many reforged houses grouped up, it doesn't look so good. Because, I mean, how do you enter and exit from one of these? Well, you don't. That's why there's only windows and no door. He was hitting from there? That seems pretty far. He can't cross
For
through the...
honor.
Maybe they increased hitboxes of gates. Or, well, collision size.
For honor.
Or model size, that too. See, it's just the water. It's somewhat choppy in the models.
Yes.
Oh, there's gonna be a shaman or a berserker.
Master?
I mean, a spear thrower. Berserkers are... expansion stuff.
My life for the Horde.
Oh, but I see. By that extent, if the Knowles hammer, or well, Knowles, not Morningstar, but the ball on a chain would be a bit sparkly, his hammer would have to be as well. But it wouldn't be all that bad, would it?
Dabu.
He, after all, does control elements.
Yes.
If... I hope they do, alright? I hope that they do put custom games as an option into Reforged.
Dabu.
Because I can imagine me playing through campaigns again, having interest. The reason why I waited with recording of campaigns or Warcraft content in general is because after a year and, what, 8-9 months of making Warcraft content, primarily Warcraft content, in the scope of like 50-60 minute videos with commentary, sometimes
Yes.
forcing myself to do it because some of the missions and
Dabu.
campaigns were very difficult, my will to
For
play
honor.
Warcraft was drained. And with these visuals, I can see myself having interest again, because this does look interesting, and imagine all that could be done.
For the Horde.
But then on the flip side, custom games were skewered. Whatever somebody makes can be stolen by Activision. And I say stolen because
Yes.
even though it was made with assets of Activision and in the editor of Activision, it still was made with somebody's intellect. One couldn't exist without the other. I mean, somebody with an idea.
Yes, War Chief.
When you
Couldn't-
control multiple spellcasters
Whatever.
at the same time, it often becomes necessary to quickly switch between them to cast their individual spells. By using the subgroup interface, you can do so without having to try to select them individually.
Yeah, I know
Notice that the currently selected units are displayed in the bottom middle
Dabu.
portion of your screen by little portraits. One of the unit portraits is
Dabu.
highlighted with a yellow glow. This means that it is the currently activated subgroup. You can switch between subgroups by pressing the tab key or left-clicking on one of the portraits that is not highlighted. This activates that
How can
subgroup
I
and displays
help?
their spells in your command card.
Yes. Yes.
What I wanted to say is, if somebody makes something that turns out to be very successful, I think it would be fair if, Activision gets some sort of payment for providing the assets for that someone to be able to make something,
For honor.
to make a playable demo, so to speak, to spread knowledge and awareness about that something which suddenly becomes popular.
Yes.
But also for that someone to then be able to go and say, this is my intellectual property, alright, I paid Activision, we're cool here. What Activision has gone ahead and done, I think, is utterly stupid. and it's just a huge blow for Warcraft. Because you've got all these good-looking assets, and if you dare use them, tough luck.
Your army has grown to such a large size that it now requires a portion of your income to sustain it. This maintenance cost is referred to as upkeep.
It's just such a shame. Why is Activision sawing the branch it's standing on? I don't understand. It's such a shame, really.
War Chief, we've found where they're holding Hellscream, but the area is protected by fortified guard towers.
Then destroy them. Hellscream must be freed.
Loktar.
These towers were always a challenge, with how much health they have and how quickly they attack.
Master, Dabu.
Or at least when I was a kid, I didn't like going up against these.
Huh?
Oh, you even have markers on the minimap. That's cool.
Yes, War Chief.
If I recall, they would always attack shamans or shamans. But they don't, not anymore.
For honor.
I always lost one. You cheeky shit, the moment I mentioned that.
Yes. For honor. Hellscream, are you all right?
I'm fine, little brother. Luckily, they only injured my pride.
Great, because we're getting out of here now. We're leaving the human lands for good.
Finally. Follow me. I have an idea. We can set sail on the humans' own ships.
Perfect. But we'll need to wait for the rest of the Horde.
The Horde is assembled, War Chief. We await only your command.
Now, go, young thrall. Sail west to the lands of Kalimdor. It is there that you will find your destiny. It is there that your people's salvation will be assured.
Oh no, that one ship's gonna crash on the rock. You know, one thing that Frozenback, in other words, Forsen, formerly known as Forsen TV, Forsen HS, Forsen SC, and whatever, said that it's for scaling in RTS games. That, you know, instead of one grunt, or that one grunt is like 100 grunts. So when they assembled a horde, he took like, what, 2,000 orcs and went away. But I was thinking about that and I don't agree with it, because there's not even that many orcs in what Orgrimmar, so I think it scales pretty well. Anyway. I'll cut this part here because there's lunch. Lunch is ready, and I'll continue later.